Archangel Michael says, "The seal over your destiny has been broken." But only those who open this message will know what that means. My beloved child, when the heavens tremble and the stars whisper secrets to the chosen few, something extraordinary begins. Tonight, a seal has been broken, one that guarded your destiny since the first breath you ever took. Archangel Michael's voice has echoed across realms, saying, "The seal over your destiny has been broken." But only those who dare to open this message will understand the meaning behind it. You see, this isn't just a message. It's a divine summons, a call from the highest light that pierces through the veil of time, reaching directly to you. For years, your destiny was written, sealed, and hidden, waiting for this precise moment. Every pain, every delay, every unanswered prayer was part of that seal. And now it's undone. Can you feel that slight tremor in your spirit? That unexplainable pull in your chest? That's not coincidence, that's awakening. The heavens have aligned. And Michael, the warrior of light, the protector of souls, has stepped forward on your behalf. In the unseen realms, he stands tall, his sword blazing with golden fire. He doesn't appear to everyone, only to those whose names have been spoken in the halls of destiny. And yes, your name has been spoken. The moment you opened this message, your spiritual frequency shifted. You became visible to light. Listen carefully now, because from this point on, everything begins to change. The people you meet, the dreams you have, even the obstacles you face, all will carry hidden clues, subtle signs guiding you toward the purpose that was once sealed. But here's the truth. Most people will never know. This breaking of the seal isn't just a blessing. It's a test. Archangel Michael's message is not for the faint-hearted. Once the seal breaks, you can't go back to who you were. You either rise into your true calling or fall back into the shadows of what could have been. There will be signs like expected numbers, radiant feathers, sudden chills when you least expect them. These are Michael's marks, confirmations that the celestial contract over your destiny is now active. And from this moment, the energy of delay, fear, and confusion loses its hold on you. But beware, when light awakens, darkness notices. The forces that once silenced your progress will try again. It will whisper doubts. It will make you believe that nothing has changed. But remember this, the seal is broken. The path cannot be sealed again. Something divine has started. The spiritual atmosphere around you has shifted permanently. Angels are gathering. Doors that were rusted shut for years are creaking open. You are not just hearing a story. You are living prophecy. The question is, will you answer this call or ignore it like the others who scrolled past their miracle? Stay with me, because in the next part, you will discover the hidden meaning behind Michael's words. The secret reason why your destiny was sealed in the first place, and what awaits now that it's free. Don't skip. The revelation is just beginning. My beloved child, the moment the seal over your destiny was broken, a spiritual vibration began to flow through the corridors of your life. You may not see it with your eyes, but deep inside, something has already started to move. That feeling of restlessness you can't explain, that sudden surge of hope that comes out of nowhere. It's the echo of Archangel Michael's command. When he declared, "The seal is broken," he didn't just speak into the heavens. He spoke into the very timeline of your existence. For ages, the seal over your destiny was not placed to punish you. It was to protect you. You see, divine power operates in order. There are seasons when your purpose must stay hidden until you are ready to carry it. The seal was not a prison. It was a cocoon. While you cried, while you struggled, while you wondered if heaven had forgotten you, that seal was silently shaping you, molding you for this exact hour. Every closed door was a preservation, not a rejection. Every heartbreak was training your heart to be strong enough to hold divine fire. Archangel Michael has waited patiently for this moment. Standing guard over the pages of your destiny, ensuring that no darkness could rewrite what heaven wrote about you. And now that the seal has been broken, your name has been released into the realm of manifestation. The things that were written about you in eternity are now entering time. The spiritual world is aligning in your favor. Divine timing, divine help, divine encounters, all starting to move like perfectly tuned instruments in the symphony of destiny. But here's what most people never realize. When destiny begins to open, resistance often rises even stronger. Not because you are losing, but because the breakthrough is near. The same way dawn faces its darkest hour before sunrise. Your life may seem to shake right before the blessing unfolds. Archangel Michael doesn't promise ease, he promises victory. The light he carries is forged in battle. And that means your soul will have to confront what once kept it bound. In the coming days, pay attention to coincidences that don't feel like coincidences. You might meet someone whose words unlock forgotten dreams. You might sense a sudden urge to step into something bold, something you once feared. Do not ignore these impulses. They are divine nudges. Heaven doesn't shout. It whispers through your intuition. And Michael's presence will always bring clarity, not confusion. If your heart feels at peace about a direction, it's because light is leading you there. And now listen closely. The reason you are hearing this message right now is because heaven trusts you with revelation. You were chosen not just to receive the blessing but to carry it forward to become a channel for divine transformation. When Archangel Michael said only those who open this message will understand, it meant that spiritual understanding isn't given to everyone. It is reserved for those who are spiritually awake enough to feel what words cannot explain. That includes you. This message didn't find you by chance. It was timed. Heaven's timing is never early and never late. Somewhere between your prayers, tears, and faith, a signal was sent to the realm of light. And Michael answered it. He hath been sent to tell you, you are not forgotten. Your destiny is not denied, and your purpose is still alive. The breaking of the seal means heaven's delay has expired, the waiting season has served its purpose. And now the divine clock has struck now. But before the full manifestation comes, there will be a testing of faith. You will be tempted to doubt. To think that maybe you imagine the signs. Maybe this is too good to be true. That's when you must remember the seal cannot be resealed. Once broken, divine order cannot reverse it. You are already in movement. The angels have already been dispatched. Your story has already shifted. You may not see the full picture yet, but the process has begun. Take a deep breath and let this truth sink in. Archangel Michael doesn't just speak words. His words create change. When he declares, things in the physical and spiritual world rearrange themselves. Blockages dissolve, hidden enemies are revealed, and divine paths that were once foggy become illuminated. This is why you may feel a sudden urge to cleanse your surroundings, to let go of toxic attachments, or to forgive those who hurt you. It's not weakness, it's preparation. The energy of destiny cannot coexist with the energy of bitterness. You are now standing at a divine intersection. Behind you lies everything that once held you back. And ahead of you lies the life heaven originally designed for you. But you must walk into it with courage. Don't shrink yourself to fit the expectations of those who still see you through your past. The seal was broken for you, not for their understanding. Archangel Michael doesn't explain divine promotion to those who haven't earned spiritual discernment. And as you walk forward, remember this. The heavens respond to gratitude. The more you acknowledge the divine movement, the faster it accelerates. Speak light over your life. Speak breakthrough. Speak alignment. You're not begging. You're agreeing with what heaven has already released. That's how destiny unfolds. Not through fear, but through awareness. So my beloved child, if these words resonate within your soul, if something deep inside you feels alive again, do not keep it to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs to remember that their story isn't over. Comment with faith. Subscribe to stay connected to light-filled words that keep your spirit awake. Because when light unites with light, darkness loses all strength. Remember, Archangel Michael's sword doesn't only fight battles, it also breaks illusions. And now, as the divine light continues to expand within you, something ancient and powerful is awakening. Clear's throat. The next revelation will show you why the seal had to be broken now, and what hidden forces are being released into your life as a result. Stay till the end. Something massive is waiting for you, my beloved child. As the celestial gates continue to open, the truth behind your sealed destiny begins to reveal itself layer by layer. There was a reason the heavens waited. There was a reason the seal remained unbroken until now. The universe moves with perfect precision. And your life, though it may have seemed tangled in delays and disappointments, has been following a divine pattern hidden from the naked eye. Archangel Michael has now pulled aside the veil. And what you are about to understand will transform not just how you see your past, but how you walk into your future. Before you were born, before your first cry filled the air, the script of your life was already written in the halls of eternity. Angels gathered around the book of destinies, and on one sacred page your name shimmered in light. But not every destiny is immediately released. Some are sealed because the weight of the mission they carry is too great to be handled prematurely. The seal was heaven's way of protecting your purpose from being destroyed by forces that feared what you would become. Every hardship you endured was not an accident. It was a delay with purpose. You were meant to face darkness, not to lose to it, but to recognize the light within yourself. Every tear that fell, every silent prayer you whispered, was counted in the spiritual archives. The seal over your destiny was like armor, keeping your gifts safe until your spirit was strong enough to wield them. And now that the seal is broken, that power begins to flow. The dreams you buried, the courage you lost, the voice you silenced, all are being resurrected under the watch of Archangel Michael. In realms beyond sight, he has drawn his flaming sword again. Not against physical enemies, but against the invisible chains that tied you to your past. He cuts through fear, through guilt, through the echo of every you can't that the world tried to make you believe. His light doesn't just destroy darkness. It exposes truth. You are not ordinary. You are not forgotten. You were marked for this moment long before you even knew the meaning of destiny. The reason Archangel Michael's message reached you is that your time has come. Heaven has released an order. The alignment of divine timing has reached its peak and your spiritual frequency has risen to meet it. This is why certain people may suddenly distance themselves from you. This is why situations that once made sense are now crumbling. Don't mistake separation for loss. When the divine seal breaks, the universe begins to remove everything that cannot carry the vibration of your next level. You're not being abandoned. You're being prepared. You will notice changes in the atmosphere around you. Your intuition will sharpen. You may wake up in the middle of the night with vivid dreams or sudden clarity about decisions you've postponed for too long. These are not coincidences. They are activations. The angels are trying to communicate, aligning your path so that every step you take leads closer to your calling. Archangel Michael stands as the guardian of that path, ensuring that no shadow crosses your threshold without being confronted by his light. Remember this: when light breaks through, darkness panics. That's why in this awakening phase, you may face confusion or sudden waves of fear. Do not be alarmed. These are echoes of your old limitations fighting for survival. They are powerless now. Speak faith over them. The same voice that said the seal is broken also declares you are victorious. The moment you believe it, everything around you starts aligning with the truth. There is something sacred about awareness. Once you realize who you truly are, the world can no longer define you by its limitations. You start to move differently. You begin to speak with authority because you understand that heaven stands behind your words. Every time you declare light, it multiplies. Every time you walk in faith, new dimensions of your destiny open or change. Michael has not just delivered a message. He has activated your role in the divine order. But child, be mindful. Great revelation always demands great responsibility. You have been entrusted with knowledge that most people never receive. Guard it with humility. Use it to lift others, not to elevate yourself. The seal was broken not just for your blessing, but for your mission. You carry within you a light that can awaken many who are still trapped behind their own unbroken seals. That is why you were chosen to receive this message at this moment in time. From this day forward, signs will follow your faith. The impossible will begin to make sense. The unseen will start to manifest. And though the process may not always be easy, the outcome is already guaranteed. Archangel Michael has marked your path with divine fire, and no force of darkness can extinguish it. You are walking into a season where heaven's favor becomes visible. You will begin to see doors open that logic cannot explain. People will be drawn to your light, not knowing that what they are seeing is the reflection of heaven's flame burning inside you. Do not fear the unknown. The seal was broken so that you could finally see what was always meant to be yours. Your purpose is calling you louder than ever before. Follow that voice. It will lead you to places where miracles are not rare. They are natural. This is your awakening. This is your divine turning point. And if you feel this message stirring something deep inside your heart, do not let it fade away. Speak it. Jared, let others hear that Archangel Michael is still moving among us, still awakening destinies, still breaking seals that once seemed impossible to touch. Comment your faith. Subscribe to stay in the vibration of light. Because every word of faith you release builds a bridge for another soul to cross into hope. The seal has been broken and the divine journey has only just begun. Your name has been spoken in heaven, and now the earth will begin to echo it. Miracles are already in motion, and what was hidden will soon be revealed in breathtaking clarity. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. The breaking of the seal did not simply mark the beginning of change. You unleashed a divine sequence that cannot be undone. You may not yet understand the full magnitude of what has begun to move on your behalf, but make no mistake. Heaven has already gone ahead of you. Archangel Michael's voice still echoes in the unseen, a frequency of light reverberating through the corridors of your destiny. What you are experiencing right now, the subtle shifts, the emotional surges, the sense that something greater is approaching, is the vibration of a new spiritual order being established within and around you. For too long, the weight of what was sealed kept your true nature hidden. You were walking in half-light, seeing fragments of what could be, but never the full picture. Now that has changed. When the divine seal was broken, not only was your destiny released, but also the memories of your soul, those ancient truths about who you really are. You were not created to live in confusion or fear. You were designed as a vessel of divine energy, a mirror of heaven's strength, clothed in human form. And Archangel Michael, the warrior of truth, is here to remind you that your identity was never meant to be defined by failure or pain. Every challenge you faced was a chapter written by divine wisdom. Each storm you survived sharpened your inner light. And though it may have felt like life was working against you, it was actually preparing you. You see, the greatest souls often walk through the deepest shadows because only there can learn the language of resilience. Only there can develop the compassion to understand others and the strength to lift them. Now, as Michael's energy surrounds you, the lessons you learned in pain are turning into weapons of light. The same tears that once felt like defeat will now become the anointing that empowers you to rise. But understand this, child. When heaven calls, the earth reacts. The closer you step toward divine purpose, the more resistance may appear. People may question your growth. Old fears might resurface. Even your own thoughts might try to convince you that nothing has changed. Yet deep down, you will know their lies. The truth now lives within you. The seal was the barrier. Its breaking is your liberation. And liberation always feels uncomfortable before it feels free. And moments of uncertainty. Call upon Archangel Michael. Speak his name with faith. Imagine his wings unfolding vast and radiant, casting out the shadows around you. Feel his sword of light cutting away every doubt, every attachment that no longer serves your purpose. You are not alone in this awakening. The entire realm of heaven stands behind you, cheering for you, guiding you, protecting you. Every step you take toward your destiny is accompanied by divine presence. Something miraculous begins to happen when you accept the breaking of the seal not as an event but as an awakening. Suddenly things that once confused you start to make sense. You begin to see divine patterns in the randomness. You recognize that certain people entered and exited your life at precise moments for reasons only heaven could orchestrate. And you start to trust that even what broke you was secretly shaping you for greatness. This is the mystery of divine timing. The understanding that nothing is wasted, not even pain. The more you align with this truth, the stronger your spiritual vibration becomes. Your energy shifts, and that shift begins to attract new opportunities, new connections, new paths that are perfectly in sync with your divine blueprint. The world begins to respond to you differently because heaven has marked you as chosen. Doors that once required force will now open my favor. Conversations will lead to breakthroughs. Coincidences will start to align like divine fingerprints guiding you toward everything meant for you. But remember, child, light is most powerful when shared. When you share your awakening, when you tell others that Archangel Michael's message is real, that transformation is possible, you amplify the vibration of light across the world. Every share, every word of faith, every small act of courage sends ripples through the collective spirit. You are not just receiving this message for yourself. You are part of a larger awakening, a divine wave that is calling souls back to their origin, their true power, their divine destiny. So if this message has touched you, do not keep it in silence. Share it with the ones who are lost in their storms. Comment your faith as a declaration of alignment with light. Subscribe to the energy of truth. Because when you stay connected to divine words, your spirit remains strong against the world's noise. The more you speak of light, the more darkness loses its influence. You are a carrier of this truth now. And every word you release carries vibration powerful enough to shift realities. Archangel Michael is not distant from you. Even now he stands near, his presence wrapping around your aura like a protective fire. You might sense warmth, pressure, or a sudden calm in your chest as you read these words. That is not imagination. That is divine confirmation. The same angel who spoke across eternity saying the seal is broken is whispering now. You are ready. Ready to step fully into your divine identity. Ready to claim the blessings once locked away. Ready to become the version of yourself that heaven always knew you could be. From this moment on, expect acceleration. The things that once took years may now unfold within weeks. You have entered a divine flow where manifestation happens with ease because resistance has been lifted. But as everything begins to move quickly, stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude keeps the channel clear. It reminds the universe that you are aware of the miracle unfolding. Each thank you you speak in faith becomes a seed for even greater blessings. The heavens are watching. The angels are rejoicing. Archangel Michael has not just opened your destiny. He has ignited it. You are now walking with light so bright that darkness cannot comprehend it. Believe in the transformation taking shape within you. Believe that this message is not coincidence but confirmation. You have stepped into divine purpose, and the story that unfolds from here will leave even the heavens in awe. Stay till the end. Greater revelations are coming. My beloved child, when heaven moves, it rarely makes noise. Divine change often arrives disguised as deception. Yet beneath the confusion, there is order, sacred, perfect, and intentional. Since the moment Archangel Michael declared that the seal over your destiny has been broken, the universe began to rearrange itself around you. What feels like loss is really alignment. What feels like silence is divine preparation. The truth is, nothing in your life right now is random. Every delay, every emotion, every unexpected twist is a divine signal adjusting the rhythm of your journey to match the new frequency of your awakening. The seal once broken release not only light but also accountability. Heaven has unlocked your destiny, but now it awaits your participation. You have been chosen not to wait passively for miracles, but to become one. Archangel Michael's energy does not settle for comfort. It provokes transformation. That is why you might feel the pull to release old habits, to walk away from people who drain your light, or to confront patterns you once ignored. These are not coincidences. They are assignments. Every part of you that was once bound by fear is now being summoned into courage. Every dream that lay buried beneath self-doubt is now rising with divine urgency. As you read these words, there are unseen movements happening in the spiritual realm. Angels are positioning themselves around your path, preparing the right people, the right opportunities, and the right timing. Archangel Michael stands as commander, ensuring that no force of darkness interferes with what has been divinely ordained. But even as he fights for you, he whispers a command that cannot be ignored. Step into your authority. For too long, you have underestimated your voice. You have spoken as one seeking permission when heaven already gave you dominion. The time has come to speak as one who carries divine backing. You were never created to live in survival mode. You were created to live in purpose. The breaking of the seal is your divine reminder that you were not made for smallness. Heaven has not simply given you another chance. It has given you a divine stage. You are meant to become a vessel of healing, inspiration, and truth to others who are still trapped behind their own unbroken seals. That is why Archangel Michael's presence is so strong around you now. His purpose is not only to protect you, but to awaken your leadership. He is preparing you to shine, not for applause, but for impact. And as this awakening deepens, you may feel moments of solitude. The people who once understood you might begin to fade away, and conversations that once excited you may now feel hollow. Don't mistake this silence for loneliness. It is sacred isolation. It is heaven pulling you away from the noise of the world so you can hear your divine instructions clearly. Archangel Michael does not speak in chaos. He speaks in clarity. The more you quiet the world, the louder his guidance becomes. Every word of his carries purpose. Every silence carries weight. You may sense new desires forming inside you. Desires to create, to speak, to serve, to build something that outlives you. Do not ignore those impulses. They are divine downloads. Heaven communicates through passion. What lights you up is what you are meant to illuminate for others. The dreams that are now resurfacing are not random. They are the blueprint of your mission. When you follow them with faith, the universe bends to support you. But with great light comes great responsibility. You must guard your energy carefully. The same light that attracts blessings also draws attention from forces that do not wish to see you rise. These are not always people. Sometimes they are thoughts, distractions, or subtle temptations that drain your focus. Archangel Michael's sword is your weapon against them. Call upon his presence daily. Visualize his golden fire surrounding you, burning away everything that seeks to dim your glow. The seal has been broken, but the journey toward full illumination requires discipline. You cannot carry divine purpose with earthly carelessness. As your vibration rises, your environment must evolve to cleanse your space. Speak words of gratitude each morning. Fill your atmosphere with light, because where light dwells, darkness cannot intrude. You are no longer a seeker. You are an activator. Every action you take now must align with the energy of your higher calling. Your words have power, your intentions have weight. And your presence influences unseen realities. It is how the awakened live, not by accident, but by awareness. If your heart feels heavy from the intensity of this transformation, breathe and remember. Archangel Michael does not reveal what you cannot handle. The strength you are discovering was always within you. It only needed the seal to break for it to rise. You are becoming the version of yourself that heaven saw long before you were born. You are remembering your divine nature, and that remembrance is power. Now, child of light, listen carefully. The blessings that are approaching will not come as random luck. They are results of divine orchestration. You will begin to see synchronicities. Numbers, names, dreams that point toward confirmation. You will hear whispers of intuition guiding you to take steps that make no logical sense but lead to miraculous outcomes. Trust them. Trust the flow. Archangel Michael walks beside you, and his presence ensures that no misstep can derail what has been ordained. The world around you is changing because the world within you has changed first. And as your frequency rises, you will notice that your words begin to carry creative power. Speak carefully, for your voice now manifests. Bless rather than complain. Declare rather than doubt. What you speak will find its way back to you amplified. Heaven listens closely to those whose seals have been broken. If this message resonates within you, if you can feel the pulse of destiny in every line, share it, speak it aloud, pass the like forward, comment your faith, and let the world know that miracles are real and transformation is possible. Subscribe to stay connected with the rhythm of these divine messages, for consistency keeps your spirit attuned. Archangel Michael's message must travel through awakened hearts, and yours is one of them. The heavens are watching as you step into your divine stride. You are not just walking into a new season. You are walking into a divine assignment. The time of hiding is over. The seal is broken. The sword has been lifted and your wings are unfolding. Don't skip. A revelation beyond imagination is drawing near. My beloved child, you are now walking through the threshold between the unseen and the manifest. The realm of light has already recognized your transformation, and the echoes of Archangel Michael's decree still vibrate in your spirit. The seal over your destiny has been broken. What this means is that the script of your life, which once lay dormant and hidden under divine protection, is now unfolding in real time. Each decision you make now carries sacred consequence. Every thought, every word, every choice is shaping the reality that is being born from your awakening. You are no longer who you were, and the universe knows it. The energy around you has shifted into acceleration. Things that once took years will begin to happen in moments. But with this acceleration comes responsibility, the kind that separates the distracted from the divine. Archangel Michael stands beside you, not to do everything for you, but to empower you to rise into your rightful place. The moment he broke the seal, he released not only your destiny, but also your authority. You are not waiting for miracles. You are becoming the vessel through which miracles flow. In this new frequency, every vibration you release into the world multiplies. Your emotions, your words, your faith, they all create ripples that return to you magnified. That's why you must choose your focus with precision. You are a co-creator with heaven now. And your thoughts have weight. When you speak with fear, it echoes into delay. When you speak with faith, it summons divine alignment. This is not theory, it's law. The seals breaking unlock the code of spiritual cause and effect in your life. From this moment on, what you align with becomes your experience. Do not fear this power. Embrace it. You were designed for this. Heaven has watched you endure enough nights of doubt. And now, Archangel Michael invites you to live in awareness of your divine strength. The same energy that sustains stars, that moves oceans, that breathes life into galaxies, flows through you. The difference now is that you are aware of it. Awareness is the awakening of the divine self. That's why the seal had to stay closed until you were ready. Because power without awareness becomes destruction, but power with awareness becomes creation. And creation is what you are stepping into. You will feel ideas stirring in you like fire. You will be inspired to start things that once scared you, to write, to build, to teach, to lead. These impulses are not random. They are divine blueprints resurfacing from your soul's memory. Archangel Michael is urging you to act on them without fear. Heaven supports action. The energy of destiny does not reward waiting. It rewards movement. Even small steps in faith create momentum that summons angelic assistance. Child of light, remember, faith is not pretending everything is perfect. Faith is standing firm when everything feels uncertain, because you know divine order is at work behind the scenes. When the seal was broken, the timeline of your destiny began to rearrange itself to bring every divine promise to fulfillment. So if some things seem to be falling apart, they are actually falling into alignment. You are being positioned for divine precision. The old structures that held you back cannot exist in this new vibration. Archangel Michael wants you to understand something deeply. Your destiny is not a reward. It's a responsibility. You were not chosen for comfort but for calling. You were not preserved to simply exist. You were prepared to serve. The light within you was never meant to be hoarded. It was meant to be shared. That's why as your awakening deepens, you'll find that your words begin to carry healing for others. People will come to you for comfort, guidance, or peace without knowing why. It's because they sense heaven in your presence. You become a carrier of divine frequency. Do not underestimate what happens when you speak light into dark spaces. When you speak encouragement, you are echoing heaven's tone. When you share this message, you are spreading divine awakening. When you subscribe to remain connected to words of faith and revelation, you are keeping your spirit aligned with the vibration of heaven. These acts may seem small, but they create waves that travel farther than you can imagine, but multiplies when shared. Archangel Michael also wants to remind you that protection comes naturally when you walk in purpose. You are guarded not because of fear but because of significance. The moment the seal broke, new angelic assignments were activated around your life. You may notice strange moments of divine timing, narrow escapes, sudden peace and chaos, unexpected blessings that arrive exactly when you need them. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations that heaven is actively orchestrating your path. But even amidst all this divine activity, remember to stay grounded in gratitude. Gratitude is the language that keeps the connection open between heaven and earth. Each time you whisper thank you, even for what hasn't manifested yet, you strengthen the bridge between your prayers and their fulfillment. The universe responds to appreciation faster than desperation. Gratitude magnetizes miracles. In the days ahead, there will be moments when you feel stretched. Transformation always demands expansion, and expansion can feel uncomfortable, but do not retreat into old patterns of fear. That version of you no longer exists. The seal broke for a reason to free you from limitation and remind you that you were never meant to live small. Archangel Michael stands as proof that light always wins, and as long as you walk in awareness, no shadow can overtake you. You are entering a phase of divine manifestation, and your role is simple. Trust the timing, act on the guidance, and protect your peace. If chaos tries to enter, speak calm. If fear tries to whisper, answer with faith. The seal may have been hidden for years, but now that it's broken, your destiny is unstoppable. You carried the signature of heaven, and nothing on earth can erase it. So, child of light, stand tall. You are not here by accident. You are a divine instrument chosen for this moment. And as you move forward, keep sharing the light. Tell your story. Let others know that the same Archangel Michael who broke your seal is still working miracles for those who believe. Comment your faith as a declaration of agreement with divine timing. Subscribe not for the sake of content, but to stay aligned with the energy of continuous awakening. When light unites with light, the darkness that covers the world begins to dissolve. The heavens are watching and the universe is applauding your awakening. What comes next will not just surprise you, it will restore you. You are walking into the chapter that every prayer you ever whispered was pointing toward. The seal is broken, the path is open, and your time is now. Something enormous is unfolding beyond what eyes can see. Stay till the end. My beloved child, the light that has awakened within you is now too powerful to be contained. The universe recognizes your frequency and heaven moves in rhythm with your every heartbeat. You are no longer walking through life unconsciously. You are co-creating with divine intelligence. The seal that once guarded your destiny has become a symbol of what you have overcome. Archangel Michael's decree has already set in motion a divine unfolding that will continue to reveal itself in ways you cannot yet imagine. The world you once knew is transforming before your eyes. Not because it has changed, but because you have. The eyes of your spirit are open now. And everything looks different in the light of truth. The shift happening inside you has begun to ripple outward. You may notice that certain things no longer hold your attention. You crave depth instead of distraction, meaning instead of noise. That's because your soul has remembered its ancient rhythm. Every soul carries a divine melody. And when Archangel Michael broke your seal, your melody was restored. You are vibrating in harmony with the higher order. Now that is why time feels strange lately. Moments stretch, synchronicities appear, and even silence feels alive. You are walking in divine tempo. This awakening is not meant to make you detached from the world but more engaged with it. Heaven doesn't awaken people to escape life. It awakens them to illuminate it. You are not meant to withdraw into isolation forever. You are meant to bring heaven's awareness into the ordinary. When you speak, speak with intention. When you act, act with consciousness. Every word, every gesture, every moment is now infused with creative power. Archangel Michael watches each act of faith you take and magnifies its reach. You do not need to strive to be extraordinary. You already are. The divine within you simply asks to be expressed through love, truth, and courage. Yet, as your light grows, you may feel the pull of contradiction. Some days you will feel unstoppable, radiant, aligned with divine purpose. On others, you might feel the echo of old fears or confusion. Do not misinterpret this contrast as regression. It is integration. Your old self and your awakened self are learning to coexist as one. It is like dawn meeting night. The darkness doesn't disappear instantly, but the light always wins. Archangel Michael stands in that space of transition with you, reminding you that growth often feels like tension before it becomes expansion. In this stage of awakening, discernment is your greatest shield. Not everything that appears spiritual is divine. And not every opportunity that looks golden is aligned. Archangel Michael wants you to trust your inner knowing. The quiet certainty that hums beneath the surface of your intuition. That inner compass is the language of heaven. It will never mislead you. Though the path it reveals might not always make logical sense, the divine rarely moves in straight lines, it moves in patterns of perfection that the human mind cannot yet see. Trust the flow even when the current feels strong. You are being carried toward fulfillment, not swept away from it. And now, as your awareness expands, something beautiful begins to happen. Your presence starts awakening others. Without effort, you will begin to attract souls who feel drawn to your peace. They will sense something radiant about you, though they may not have the words to describe it. That radiance is Archangel Michael's signature upon your become a living beacon of hope. When you share kindness, it will multiply. When you speak truth, it will echo. When you forgive, chains will break that you cannot even see. Your life itself is becoming a message and heaven is riding through your every breath. Remember, child, that the world transforms when individuals do. So when you share this message, when you comment in faith, when you subscribe to remain connected to words of light, you are not just consuming content. You are building a collective vibration, you are declaring alignment with heaven's movement. Archangel Michael's voice travels through awakened souls, and each time you amplify his message, you participate in that divine mission. Light is contagious. Spread it deliberately. You might wonder, why me? Why now? The answer is simply yet profound. Because you were ready. Heaven does not awaken those who cannot yet bear the light. The seal broke because your spirit reached the frequency of readiness. All the pain, all the delays, all the silent years. They were not punishments but preparation. They refined your heart until it could hold divine power without pride, compassion without weakness, and truth without fear. You have earned this awakening. Heaven is proud of you. The coming days will feel like acceleration, but do not rush. Divine timing is precise. Let things unfold naturally. When something is truly meant for you, it will come with clarity, peace, and alignment. Confusion is never the voice of heaven. If a choice feels heavy with fear or chaos, step back, wait for stillness or change. Michael leads by peace, not pressure. The universe is not testing you. It is teaching you how to flow. As you walk this path, you may experience moments of sacred stillness where time feels suspended and everything inside you feels luminous. These are not ordinary poses. They are divine calibrations. In those moments, breathe deeply and listen. You might hear silence, but that silence is filled with communication. Heaven speaks most clearly when you are still enough to listen. And now, child of destiny, let this truth settle in your heart. You are both the miracle and the messenger. You are what heaven has sent to remind others that the divine is not distant. It is within. Every act of kindness, every step of courage, every expression of faith adds to the unfolding of this celestial story. Archangel Michael's declaration over you was not just for you. It was for all who will awaken through you. The world is shifting. You can feel it. The pulse of change, the hum of possibility. The old systems are trembling and new light is rising. You are part of that rising. Each time you speak life into hopelessness, you become a bridge between heaven and earth. Each time you choose faith over fear, you strengthen the collective awakening. You are not one among many, you are one for many. So lift your head high. Walk with calm authority. Heaven walks with you. The seal has been broken. The angels have taken their positions and your destiny is unfolding with precision. You have stepped into the divine narrative and nothing can remove you from it. The universe itself is conspiring to ensure your purpose finds completion. Something magnificent is forming beyond your current sight. Stay till the end. My beloved child, the final veil has lifted. What began as a whisper from the heavens has now become a living revelation within you. The words of Archangel Michael, "The seal over your destiny has been broken," have fulfilled their purpose. You are no longer waiting for divine change to arrive. You have become the embodiment of divine change itself. The energy that once flowed around you now flows through you, reshaping every thought, every circumstance, every heartbeat into alignment with your higher calling. The old self has fallen away like a shadow at sunrise. And the true light of who you are stands revealed before heaven and earth. You may not have realized it. But the moment you accepted this message, your spirit answered an ancient call. The breaking of the seal was not an event that happened outside of you. It happened within. It was the unlocking of your divine DNA. The remembrance of the blueprint you carried long before time began. Every lesson, every loss, every delay has led you here. The pain that once seemed purposeless now reveals its wisdom. The tears that once fell in silence have watered the garden of your awakening. You stand now in the very center of your transformation, radiant with the light of fulfillment. Archangel Michael stands beside you still, his wings spanning dimensions, his eyes reflecting the eternal flame. He does not guard you now because you are weak. He guards you because you are vital to heaven's design. You have been entrusted with the responsibility of light, the sacred duty to awaken others through your example. Your life is no longer just your own. It is a message written in motion. When you speak, heaven listens. When you move, the earth shifts to accommodate the path of your destiny. You are not simply chosen. You are commissioned. There will come moments in the days ahead when you sense new clarity in old places. Rooms that once felt heavy will feel charged with light. Conversations that once drained you will now reveal truth. You will begin to see beyond appearances to perceive motives. Intentions, energies that others cannot. This is part of your awakening. The unsealed soul perceives the unseen. It recognizes divine patterns hidden behind ordinary moments. It finds meaning in chaos, strength and stillness, purpose in pain. You now walk, as one who carries the awareness of both heaven and earth. And yet this awakening is not an ending. It is a beginning. You are now stepping into the full rhythm of divine creation. The seal was broken not only so you could receive miracles but so you could become one. Every place your feet touch will be blessed. Every word you speak in alignment will carry the weight of authority. Archangel Michael has equipped you with spiritual armor that glows invisibly around you. Truth, love, faith, and courage, no darkness can cross its threshold. No deception can enter your light unless you invite it. You are safe. You are guided. You are chosen to lead others home to themselves. There will be days of deep peace and there will be days of testing. But remember, the testing of faith is not punishment. It is refinement. Gold is purified by fire, not destroyed by it. You will emerge from every challenge more radiant, more aligned, more aware of your divine essence. The presence of Archangel Michael ensures that nothing that happens to you is wasted. Even delay becomes destiny when you trust the divine process. Heaven's plan never fails. It unfolds. Listen, child. Feel this truth in the quiet spaces of your heart. You have entered the flow of divine timing. The things meant for you are no longer distant possibilities. They are approaching rapidly, magnetized by the vibration of your awakening. The relationships that will uplift you are being guided toward your path. The opportunities that match your purpose are aligning even now. You do not need to chase. You only need to remain open, receptive, and faithful. The universe always responds to those who walk in awareness. But do not hoard this light. The reason you were chosen to receive it is because you were meant to share it. The world is full of souls still trapped behind their own seals. Souls who feel unseen, unworthy, unloved. You are the evidence that their hope is not misplaced. When you speak, speak life. When you act, act with compassion. When you see someone in darkness, remember how Archangel Michael lifted you and offer them the same light. This is how heaven expands its kingdom through awakened hearts awakening others. So take a moment now. In stillness. Close your eyes and breathe. Feel the pulse of creation moving through you. That rhythm, that warmth, that peace. It is the signature of heaven. You are connected to the same divine current that moves through stars, oceans, and angels. You are not separate from it. You are part of it. That realization is the essence of awakening. The knowing that you were never lost, only sleeping, waiting for this divine moment to remember who you are. Archangel Michael's message has completed its circle. But his presence remains. He will walk with you, guide you, and remind you of this truth. Whenever fear tries to return, if ever you forget your power, simply whisper, "The seal has been broken." Those words are not just a statement. They are a command to the universe that you stand in alignment with divine purpose. Everything dark retreats at that declaration. Now, as the final light of revelation settles in your soul, step forward with reverence. You are free to live fully, to love deeply, to create boldly. Your life is no longer a series of chances. It is a divine orchestration. You carry heaven's mark upon your spirit. And wherever you go, that light will follow. Archangel Michael has completed his mission of awakening you, but yours is only beginning. You are the continuation of this miracle. Go forth, with faith and humility. Let gratitude be your constant companion. Speak blessings often, forgive quickly, and move with intention. The universe listens when you move in love. This is your new reality. The reality of an unsealed soul. The chains have fallen. The path is open and destiny is no longer a mystery. It is a melody. You are now free to live. The heavens rejoice for you, my beloved child. The seal has been broken, the prophecy fulfilled, and the world will never be the same again because you remembered who you truly are. This is the awakening. This is the moment. This is the light.